Welcome to Misfit Moto Club. So, today we're going to talk about marketplace deals, do's and don'ts. So, as you can probably tell, this is a blue Kawasaki Ninja 250 that my homegirl just picked up. It ran well and seemingly there was no problems with it. But this is a bike that's a really good example of, the way that people will present bikes on marketplace. It's got brand new fairings, which makes the bike look really slick, but it takes away from crazy stuff like this, where, at some point something was, spray painted red and it got on the case, so somebody didn't do a good job painting the last fairings. That's not really a big deal, but if you can see all that residue in there, I don't like that. I don't like connectors like that. I don't like all the residue in here or in there, or all the oil that's dripped down there. Certain things, it's a clean bike for what it is, and she still got a pretty decent deal. But then we start looking at stuff like this. I don't know if you guys can see that, but so this whole brake master cylinder bracket right here, where the lever, front brake lever, goes into the pusher rod, the plunger, was over tightened, so that crack right there, which you can see it moves, as you mess with this, it moves. There's a crack right there. Not really a big deal, but levers are broke off. Just a couple little things. I mean, just because people are nice, they smile, the bike runs good, I don't think this person was intentionally trying to get over on anybody, but you always want to get up in there and look and see what you got going on, man. It's almost always a telltale sign when you have brand new plastics and they don't match the OEM gas tank color. That's almost always a telltale sign that it was pieced together, that it may have been dropped, or in this case, I think this guy just builds Ninja 250s and has a lot of spare parts laying around, so he just makes, complete bikes out of the parts that he has. I ain't knocking him for it, but just something to be aware of when you guys are out there on marketplace. I am very, very addicted to marketplace buys. Don't be buying bikes with tires that look like that. That is in no way, shape, or form even close to being. Actually, I'm surprised that shit don't just flake off. But this is a buddy's bike, that 650R that I'm redoing. He got it at auction, and it has a ton of Bondo work. The tank's shot full of pinholes, it rusted out. The yeah, as you can see, there is no barrel for that key, because when he bought it at auction, it was from a police impound, and it didn't have a it didn't come with a key, so we're gonna have to put a new ignition on this. So yeah, this is another one that we're gonna have to do a lot of work towards. But I mean, he got this thing at a freaking deal. I won't tell you how much, but it was enough to justify putting, $1,000, $2,000 into it, But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. We got, this is a complete restoration that we're doing. We got fork tube on the Grom. Well, yeah, complete new forks on that. Lowering links on the Ninja 250. And then we have a complete front end rebuild that I'm doing on my new 2018 Stunt Grom. And yeah, so I'll get back to you.